It's week 1 of the 2024 season, where we'll see teams who have been division rivals since 1961. It's the Vikings and the Bears on Thursday night.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
I've always loved Teddy Bridgewater. A lot of people have underrated him throughout his career. Remember, this is a guy who's battled back from a horrendous knee injury to find his way back as a starter in this league. More than capable right arm, tremendous leader. This guy knows how to make plays in the clutch.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's second down. Here's Bridgewater. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Bridgewater to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
13 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. Down to about the 32.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now Bridgewater. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book. He's an asset to have in any offense.
2nd and 1. He'll buy some time right. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Oh, good move. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Chicago. Terry McLaurin, 71 yards. And the Bears are on the board here first in the season opener. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. K.J. Osborne, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Pass incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right off the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have that bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams trying to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least,
touchdown, Chicago! Dalvin Cook, 67 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Nagar now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing, Bridgewater. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Jefferson going to go in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead are right up the middle here.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 42. What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Bridgewater. That's complete to K.J. Osborne. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Bridgewater now. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bears' 16-yard line.
2nd and a couple. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
York able to send this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And he returns this to the 22. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll set up a throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. That is caught, and he works free. Powering forward. Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore, 51 yards. And the Bears Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Give to Cook out of the gun. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Touchdown Bears! Cole Kmet, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Nagar now for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A huge play there for Chicago. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Cook will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Cook is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. They finish finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
The guard now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Forced out to his left. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. They try and bring the pressure, but he still gets off a good one. Taking it about the 16.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. 107 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Nagar now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a couple yards deep, and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. 2nd and 5. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They'll run with Cook. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown Bears. Dalvin Cook with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bears have got it on cruise control. The extra point by Nagar is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp on.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And why do you go out and trade for a guy like this defensively? Well, an instant impact in your pass rush is reason number 1.
And let's think about it. You want a guy who can create big plays for your team. Takeaways, fumbles, you name it. That's what you want from the big-time player on the defensive side of the ball.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And the ball is knocked out.
Holding, offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt. Continues to find it throughout this game, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown Bears! Terry McLaurin with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bears get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. I don't
think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Out is Chris Nagar now to try the field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Nagar's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the good return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only mustered 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Play action now. Bridgewater. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Charles, you look at that run, and in your garrulous and loquacious manner, how would you break down the Nick dynasty that occurred when that was bounced outside? It was almost Machiavelli. Now the ball comes loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Unfortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered, they still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On third down, here's Hunt. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
York able to send this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And out now come the Vikings. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Bridgewater's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Cook again. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. 124 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And running with power here. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
And he loses the football a second time. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. First down, here's the run with Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. That one looks like he'll throw here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football, so this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Now 2nd and 5. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Able to avoid him. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Chicago, they begin